Is that an echo? No? Okay. Well, that's something. Oh, fuck. LOL. Forgot to update the stream title and stuff. Yeah. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Update that, shall we? There we go. There we go. Hello, Cerulean. Athena, you received some gifts. Hi. Hello, feet. Yo, Stream Raiders, you gonna open? Are you still being a buttkins? You still being a buttkins? A poo poo pants. Oh no, we'll see what happens in just a moment. Anyway, Oh, get that out of the way. Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwan. Today is Sunday, January 8th, 2023, which means that it is time for production day. Time for us to work on some YouTube videos. We're mostly just going to get the raw footage recorded today. The game plan is we'll also be running some Stream Raiders on the side. If it decides to, it's working now. All right, there we go. Cool. The game plan, where'd my... Weird. Anyway, that's fine, I guess. So, the stuff we're going to be reacting to... Why does that look like that? Stop it. Thank you. Okay. The stuff we're going to be reacting to today is my nose. We're not reacting to my nose. We're Under Dungeon, One Piece Odyssey, Gatewalkers, Terror of Hemasaurus, Vengeful Guardian, Moonrider, and Aurora's Journey and the Pitiful Lackey. That is everything that we'll be checking out today in terms of the reactions. Our long-form content today is one that I haphazardly slapdash together right before the stream. We were going to talk about some like video game stuff, and instead I need to talk about content. I want to talk about what we did in 2022, and I want to talk about what we want to do in 2023 and get some people's ideas and opinions. For those that want to be part of that conversation, I would greatly appreciate it. More input is always appreciated. As I just mute my microphone. More input is always appreciated when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I've just been throwing around a lot of things in the brain lately, and so some people to help bounce stuff off of and inject some God damn it, brain. I was like, and to help throw some more balls around. Yeah. Help throw some more balls around. So that's the plan. We will start with the reactions to kind of get the ball rolling, get the juices flowing for the balls. I'm sorry. It was there and really easy. Let's just go ahead and turn on Stream Raiders now. Yep. Brain go error. Brain goes the sound from Final Fantasy VII when you do something that you can't in a menu. Burp. That's what brain do. Brain go burp. All right. Place your units, everybody. And we'll go ahead and start rolling along with things. I need to reorder these just a little bit because the One Piece videos are really long. So they need moved down here. Yes. This needs moved up here. That works. Go like this, go like this. Hello, Athena. Let me make sure this is... Okay, so we are going to begin with the reaction, at least a couple, so that I can get into the motions of the creation aspect. Yes, you had presence in Stream Raiders, Athena. You absolutely did. So that we can settle in a little bit, check some stuff out, and then we'll go into the big video of talking about 2022 and 2023. Don't get slaughtered, Athena. All right. So, one, if you're new here, welcome in. Thank you so much for checking out the stream. I appreciate it a lot. What we're doing today is this is production day. We're going to be recording a lot of the raw footage for YouTube videos that'll go up onto the YouTube channel for the rest of this week. One of the main things that we do to fill days, and because it's very interesting, some of the stuff that we get to see, is we do reaction videos to upcoming video games. Primarily video games. Occasionally we'll do a movie or something like that, but mostly it's just video games. We try to react to whatever is going to be coming out in the upcoming week. Everything that we're checking out today does come out in the upcoming week. Sometimes it's not possible because there's just not enough interesting games or games with enough supported footage to actually be able to do this structure. But we do get to see some games that I definitely would never have otherwise noticed in the slightest if it wasn't for us doing this, and that's why I enjoy doing this so much. The way that the structure works is that I will read an intro off the top of my head. We'll check out the trailer together, and then after the trailer, we'll talk about it. When it feels like the conversation is coming to a close, I will read an outro, and then afterwards, we'll make faces. Face gets used in the thumbnail, rinse and repeat. We do these live on stream because they make for a more interactive and dynamic experience, both for myself as the content creator, as well as people that'll be watching it later on YouTube. And it's also something fun to do together as a community. While I am more than happy to fill air, I like to talk. I love to talk. It is also nice to have something that is a engagement back and forth, because while I'll fill the air, if somebody injects an opinion that is not exactly like my own or takes notice of something that I miss, that allows an exchange to happen, which leads to a more engaging conversation and a more interesting reaction than just me watching something and giving some thoughts on it. So, we are going to start with Under Dungeon. Under Dungeon. Calm down. All right, if you are a subscriber, you do have access to this YouTube swan, which you can use to say hi to the new YouTube video. Unfortunately, you can't unlock the animated emotes with channel points, so if you are not a subscriber, no worries. No, you don't need to subscribe right now, but you can just use any other emote that you want. We do have a hi swan that's available. It is a subscriber emote, but you could unlock it for 100 channel points for the next 24 hours, or you can just use any other emote that fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel or another one. Scritches. There we go. All right, so put in your YouTube swans, your high swans, your pog swans, your re swans, or whatever emote fits your fancy. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Under Dungeon. Now, this is very cute artwork, and the Steam page tells me that it is a 2D dungeon crawler exploration game, if I'm remembering correctly. That could mean quite a bit of things. Kind of makes me think of like some roguelikes, like Dead Cells, but we'll see what it actually means. That's what we're here to find out. This game does release very, very soon. I believe it releases either on like the 12th or something like that. Very, very soon. So let's go ahead and bring this up. And this is the initial announcement trailer, only from 4 months ago in August of 2022. That is hard to tell what I'm looking at. Oh. A simple delivery man. With a very unique skill set. So it's kind of Legend of Zelda-y, actually. Like old school Zelda. Got some mini games. Alright, alright. This is, at least as far as I immediately know, is on Switch and PC. I'm sad they didn't need any color to this. I agree, Athena. I'm sad they didn't add any color either. It makes it like I'm having to pay very, very close attention. It probably wouldn't be as bad when you're playing it, because it wouldn't be jump cutting around the screens as quickly as they are for the sake of trying to keep your attention in the trailer. But with them zooming in and zooming out, and wow, okay, that that was one of my favorite screensavers back on Windows 95. Anyway, the cuts and stuff make it really hard for your eyes to refocus on what you're watching. Oh, it's also on Xbox. Okay, let's go and do the next one. This is the official release date trailer from December 6th, 2022. Collect powerful weapons. Straight up got just like the hookshot from Legend of Zelda. Like, they definitely were just like, oh yeah, inspiration right on the sleeve. 13th, okay. It'd be more fun with the black and white if they use occasional accents of colors or like more grays to break it up a little bit, but it is just black and white. So this is the gameplay trailer. This might be a little bit better because it's going to be slower, hopefully. You have a little bit, it's a little bit easier to follow along with what's on the screen, be able to see your character. The harshness of the colors is still... Was that my Discord? My Discord shouldn't make any noise. Was that in the trailer? Hold on. Okay. It was in the trailer. You know, the most unfortunate thing is the visual style is cute. Like, the character design and stuff for how simple the pixel art is. But the two colors make it very difficult for me to pay attention. Even if the environments were all like the harsh black and white, but the main character was a different color, to where you at least had the focal point of this is me. Enemies don't chase you across zones. Maybe once you get used to it, it won't matter so much, but they have a lot of detail that could be distracting, and that's what I think is unfortunate, because it was easier to pay attention in this gameplay trailer. The Discord sounds make me laugh quite a bit, though, because it wasn't the jump cuts around and the zoom-ins and the panning stuff, so it's like, screen doesn't move, stuff moves on screen. It was easier, but it's so unfortunate, because there's a lot of other things, like, otherwise here that I'm like, oh yeah, this is solid. And I don't know, it's unfortunate. I feel like it was the wrong choice. There are grays in here. If we actually look at this thing right here in the middle, right next to the main character, there is a white, a black, and there is a soft gray outline. So they did use a third color. They just didn't use it enough. Because everything is so, it blends into itself so much. And like you said, Athena, they use a lot of detail, which I think kind of hurts them in a lot of ways, because of how that detail just blurs everything together. It's really unfortunate, because like it's got really a cute art style, and it's using just basically a blueprint of the old school Legend of Zelda games, and that's not bad in any means. Like, people will be like, I'm just trying to copy Zelda. I mean, copy Zelda, whatever. Zelda's one of the most successful franchises in the world, right? So why not at least take some things from it, as long as you got some of your own ideas. Wish it had a color. I bet it'd be super cute. I do too. It doesn't even need a lot of color. If you want to have the background be black, sure. But give the flowers a bit of color. Make the main character not black and white, because that's the same color that everything else is. It's unfortunate. Like, look at, I don't know what logo this is down in the bottom here. This little pixel art cat. Look how cute that is. Shame. I had a lot of hope for it when we just saw like the cute cover art, and it looks cute even in the game. just the cute is undone by a pile of messy. The amount of detail ends up being very visually distracting. It does, and that's really unfortunate. Huh. All right. Well, that's Under Dungeon. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more. You can talk to me on Twitter and Discord. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Such a weird choice. For me, it makes my head hurt a bit because I was trying to focus on too much all at once. I mean, I was doing the same. I'm pretty sure I had massive furrow browed for that entire video, just going like this the whole time, trying to squint and pay attention to everything. I mean, there's a lot of highly detailed pixel games. Maybe I'm spoiled now. I think a lot of them are platformers, though, rather than the top-down view. I mean, even with the top-down view, like, let's just go to Legend of Zelda. Can you turn down Spotify a touch? Totally can. Legend of Zelda 1. I mean, this was back on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. It's pretty simple overall, but it has, well, these pictures are not large, are they? It's pretty simple, but the color just gives things character, and it makes it much easier to determine what is what. And that was the thing that was such a problem in Under Dungeon, was that the lack of color made everything just completely blur together. Weird. Such a weird design choice. I understand that color can be hard, but I don't know. You're wanting to make a game and make money from it, right? Like, put in the effort. Because, like, even this, you can clearly determine what is the environment, what is the enemies. Strange. I do like pixel games, even ones with lots of detail, but they generally usually take in. I mean, speaking of pixel game with lots of detail, I mean, we just played Signalis not too long ago, and that was a pixel game with an immense amount of detail. Whoa, calm down, game. That is none of what I wanted to do. Like, Signalis looks fantastic. It's got an immense amount of detail, and it's a full pixel game, too. So, I don't know. Super weird, though. Super weird choice. Very questionable. Very, very questionable, in my opinion. Trying to think of a pixel retro game that's equally as detailed and in black and white. I don't know if you'll find one, because you'd have to go to, like, maybe like old school Atari to find something like that. But I think one of the reasons that you might not find it is because they probably realized very early on that that's not good visual design, that it gets muddy. And so, I mean, outside of, you know, maybe super old, when they had to use only like 1 to 2 to 3 colors, they probably, like with old Legend of Zelda from 1986, they were just like, oh yeah, you should immediately have visual clarity, because visual clarity is super important to playing a video game. So, I don't know. This is weird. This is very weird. Alright. Drop in a new set of YouTube swans. High swans, pog swans, re-swans, or whatever emote fits your fancy. Gonna roll through a couple more of these before we get into the big video. Greetings and salutations, My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. Now, Vengeful Guardian Moonrider, from what I can tell when I was like grabbing these trailers and stuff, I try not to see too much, but YouTube like auto plays, and then when I pull up the Steam page, I see a couple of screenshots, and so I end up seeing a little bit about the game, and also in order for me to make a video on it, I have to have at least the smallest modicum of interest about it. And this game, from what I can tell, it looks like just like think of all of the majority of like your kind of like edgy retro games on like the Sega Genesis. Think of things like Contra and like TMNT and Road Rage and Outrun and Bionic Commando, and just try to make a game out of all of those. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's definitely the way it felt with some of the pictures that I've seen. Just like, oh, you just took many concepts from old games and squished them into one game. But that's what we're here to find out. So this is the initial announcement trailer from August of 2022. This does release this week. I don't remember exactly what day, but we'll find out as we go through this. So let's get started. You could make me believe that this came out in 93. Got like some Strider influence in there. Almost like some Sonic the Hedgehog. Some Mega Man vibes. That menu on the left is very Mega Man. Huh. That was a pretty good announcement trailer. Okay, we're going to keep rolling. We now have the Steam Next Fest trailer from September of 2022. Mega Man meets Metroid, yeah. Meets Star Fox, because that straight up looks like Andross. If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Not the stars. Ha! Demo available October 3rd. Okay, well, the game's going to be available very soon. So this is the official gameplay trailer from October 27th of 2022. See, here's where this is one of the screenshots that I saw, or maybe it was when I was pulling this trailer up. I was like, this straight up just looks like Road Rage. Okay, you shoot a gun instead, but still. Anyone else play Road Rage on the Sega Genesis? The best of all the games rolled into one. Yeah, they're just like, you know what? There was so many games back then that had such good ideas. Let's just keep grabbing ideas until it doesn't work or we complete a game. We got a bullet hell going on now. All right. Keep going with the genres, you know. We have room now for them without the cartridge limitation. That's true. We still got to develop them. All right, we went from the rear view, and now we're on side view. Bro just parried a friggin' mortar shell. The dudes look like Shinra soldiers. Oh, that's big. Oh, yeah, dodge. Yeah, duck, dip, dive, dodge. You think you're gonna stop me because you took out my legs? It's only a flesh wound. Is that Shredder? You get some Castlevania in here, why not? Title card. Cut. Okay. There's one more, which is the release date trailer. This was from December 1st of 2022. I mean, I'm pretty sure I played a TMNT game that looked like this, right? Project Moonrider. Initialization. Movement calibration. Reboot malfunction. I am here to save humanity. That was some water. Run! Run! That was a cool move. Every enemy makes the same death noise. January 12th. Yeah, okay. It came out very soon. Woo! What a journey. Oh my god. Oh, you are very close to being eaten by something terrifying. Bro, look behind you. Or don't. I mean, depending on if you think you can get away or not. So that's Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. If you want just a buffet of nostalgia, if you were a gamer back in the late 80s and early 90s, and you played games like Bionic Commando, Strider, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Road Rage, what if we mentioned a lot of others, just play this and you can just be like, oh, I remember those times before credit scores existed, and when I only had to worry about how much cottage cheese was left in the fridge. That's probably more of a me thing than a you thing, but don't worry, read too much into that one. But still, you know, it was another time back then. And if you want a whole helping, a buffet, the Golden Corral of retro game design, that looks like what you're getting out of this, out of Vengeful Guardian Moonrider. Yeah, it is on Steam. All of these trailers have only said PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I'm pretty sure most of these are on the PlayStation YouTube channel. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. The bean is bringing me something? Okay. Sounds good. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. How we doing on the battle? Hello. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Kiddo brought me some salad. So I got a great kiddo. I have a great kiddo beyond that she brought me salad, but the salad definitely helps. When's the last time I was at Golden Corral? 2017? There is no way to get off camera. This is the screen, I guess. Yeah, we have one El Canadiano, or we used to. I don't know if it's still there. Let's see. Golden Corral, Anchorage. Yeah, those are still open. It was confirmed by the business 3 weeks ago that they're open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Same spot that they always were. So yeah, they're still there. It is always busy. Man, I bet they're expensive now, though. I think I went twice, Kansas City in May, and then one in Fort Lauderdale in December. That is the crunchiest crouton in my life. I'm pretty sure I could have picked up gravel from outside and it would have felt less crunchy. My kiddo loves croutons, which is fine, right? She likes bread, which is cool. But I gotta say, the croutons that come in like the pre-packaged salad bags, they are quite poor. And it's probably because they were made however long ago and they had to do something to them to keep them from going bad, because it is a bread and bread goes bad very easily. But compared to almost any other crouton, you make them yourself. If you buy a more fresh bag of them, because you can buy a bag of croutons on their own, or even like the croutons that you get at a restaurant. I don't know if restaurants make their own, but they are so much better. Even like the ones that you get in the big salad bowl at Olive Garden, which are probably mass-produced things, they're way better than the ones in those little salad bags. We have 2 Olive Gardens. Trying to think of restaurants that I have an emotional connection to. I can think of one, which is Naruto Ramen here in Anchorage. But beyond that one, I don't know if there are any. It does not matter which way we go. Local Chinese buffet in Ottawa would be my example, but they closed long ago, maybe mid-2010s. I'm not sure. I like food. I like food. What do I need to place? I know I need to place Berserkers. I need to place Warriors too. Alright. Warrior girl. Let's go. Keep it together, Stream Raiders. Alright, place units, everybody. Alright, we're going to do one more reaction, then we'll jump into the big video. We'll jump into the big video. Oh, I can leave that open while I get the stuff open for the next one. Get some good sleep, El Canadiano. This is a ultra wide video. I like that other one better. Gonna send me lurk for now, not feeling great. Thank you so much, V. I appreciate it a lot. I hope that you get feeling better. All right. Put in your YouTube swans, or high swans, or pog swans, or whatever emote fits your fancy. Oh, my neck. My Stream Elements bot appears broken because its little blurb that it's putting in there says 0 subs. Anyway, it's fine. Here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Gatewalkers. Now, Gatewalkers, I will just tell you from what little I have seen, looks like Diablo. Not a bad thing. Isometric action RPGs are always welcome. There's lots of Diablo clones that have done very well for themselves. Things like Grim Dawn. Lost Ark is one of the most successful MMO launches and continuing on video games since it launched in early 2022, and it's a Diablo clone. Very fun. Highly recommend. One of my best games of 2022. But there's also what we got. We got like Titan Quest. No, is it called Titan Quest? I think I already mentioned Grim Dawn and the Adventures of Van Helsing and Torchlight. There's a lot of isometric action RPGs that take after Diablo, and they're all, as long as they're built relatively well, they're all fun. They just keep being fun. If you like isometric action RPGs, you're just like, I would love another one. And when another one comes out, you're probably like, sick, sweet, let's play it. And then you play it, and then you're like, all right, I'm ready for the next one. Is there another Diablo out yet? So anyway, here we are. This is Gatewalkers. I could be completely wrong, but that's definitely the vibe I got. This is the original announcement trailer from July of 2019. There's some pretty significant jumps in time, but let's go ahead.
Our world is dying. Our plants are wilting. We are starving, but in our last city, our bastion, we found this thing with worlds full of beauty and danger, but together, we will survive and bring back a new life to our home.
Cute. Well, there was very little in that, but that's okay. That was just the announcement. Let's move to the gameplay trailer that was in March of 2020.
Toxic atmosphere, penetrating cold, and terrifying darkness. You won't make it alone, believe
Survival
me.
action RPG.
Unless with a little bit of help from other Gatewalkers.
I like 4-player co-op. No auto aim. Wait, why is that a feature?
Get ready for the adventures which await you.
Is it a survival game? We did already kind of have like a open world survival crafting Diablo clone in V Rising. Also came out last year.
Feed their guardian.
Also very fun.
Timing and synergy are key to earn your place in the guild of Gatewalkers.
We've seen a couple of games have this idea of portals to other worlds. as these open world survival crafting games. And it's a really genius idea because it means that you can easily add content in a way that still feels natural. Because, for instance, like in V Rising, there was parts of the map that were just blocked off, like the bridge was broken or something. And that was fine as a way to block content off that wasn't ready, but it just felt like it's like, I could fly. I could fly right there. And they're like, nope, gate's broken. You can't go there. And I'm like, okay, that I guess, whatever, fine. So, I mean, at least with this, while it is a much more mystical reason why you can't go there, it at least feels a lot more serviceable than, oh, there's some rocks in the way. Oh, this is the gameplay trailer from January 25th of 2021. So we've moved forward just about another year. Oh, I should have used that for the opening. That looked great.
Who travel different worlds to save your own.
This looks cool.
Play the game solo or in up to 4 players party. Create your own unique character and start plenty of hours of gameplay. Fight hostile enemies. Aim with each skill and dodge enemy attacks. Defeat diverse bosses, each with unique skill set.
I'm still curious why their massive selling points are the non-auto aim skills. Somebody was very upset with one of these games for purposes of this nature and felt that they really wanted to communicate that that wasn't what this was.
Gather resources of many types to refine.
Somebody played one of these and was like, it auto-aims my skills and I fucking hate it. I'm gonna build one that it doesn't do that.
The world is defined by your items, so choose carefully up to 8 skills.
Trust me, people will care.
With additional quick slot items like potions.
I mean, hell, maybe people do care. I don't know.
And many others.
A crafting-based progression system is exactly how V Rising progression worked. You defeated bosses that gave you new recipes that allowed you to progress further, and it was the most problematic portion of the game because it was really grindy.
Skills. Many passive skills. Enchant your gear with 5 elementals, combining 2 elemental powers to cast cooperative combo with your teammates and 20 solo combo effects. Each world
Procedural
has different survival
worlds.
mechanics and hazards.
Okay. Can't go to the toxic planet till you've researched and crafted the either the gas mask or the antidote or whatever.
And objectives to find and puzzles to solve.
That looks cool.
Don't
Huh.
be afraid of portals. Become a gatewalker.
Check this chick on the right out. She's got this sick battle armor and this like staff that's made out of a bunch of floating panels, but then she's also just got a fucking gun. Like, all right. Okay, so we have the story trailer. This is from September of 2021.
Our world is at its end.
Kind of already seen this with that very first video, right?
And we are starving.
It's definitely a new animation, though.
But in the depths below our last bastion stood this ancient relic. A gateway between worlds.
If you run out of mana, you still got bullets, right?
But also peril.
What are you gonna do now, mage? Doesn't look like you got any spells left. That's fine.
And can only survive if we stand together.
I wouldn't go through there.
We must bring back new life to our dying home.
There's so many better ways that you could have brought that home than just, I found a plant and I brought it in the dirt that I found it in. I understand its symbolism, but it's funny. Okay, so this is the release trailer. This game does release on Steam on January 12th of this year. Let's check out the release trailer.
With every lead to other worlds, I feel we're more doomed to fail.
If you don't believe we can win this, you are already dead.
I wouldn't be here if I
That
didn't
person
believe
missed
us.
so many skills.
We have nothing to lose. The ancients left their
They
tools and knowledge.
timed that dodge terribly.
We don't understand
I have
it
so
yet,
many concerns about
but we still
you
have
being
a
in my party.
chance.
Look, you blew everything up.
We can be only humans, but we dream, we believe, we fight until the last man standing. We can save our world. Just don't give up now. Worlds behind the gate can save us, but we must be wiser and stronger. Will you join us?
Together, we're unstoppable.
Very convenient for the gate to always take you to worlds that have useful things in them. I'm so judgmental. I'm just like, that's very convenient. Yes, quite. So that's Gatewalkers. It is Diablo E, but it isn't Diablo E in the way that I thought it was. It is definitely more of the survival crafting exploration side of things, with Diablo as its main movement and combat design. Perfectly fine, no issues whatever on my part. Is it releasing, or is it releasing into early access? That is a question. This says release date. It says release date. So you're planning on it being a finished product. Nothing in here is said early access, so that is nice. I appreciate that. That's a good thing. But just makes me a little nervous. Too many games fall prey to early access, and it just falls into that eternal struggle that is early access. All worlds have uses if you build it hard enough. Do they? I mean, I guess outside of building like not the Death Star, but what is it called? The Planet Killer Base or whatever it was in the sequel trilogy that they built a spaceship cannon out of a planet. Outside of if you're doing that, I don't know if all planets actually have uses. Because some of them are just big old rocks, like a moon. I don't know. Maybe. I guess if you had a way to throw it, then it's always useful. Just chuck planets at people. I mean, it's what Thanos did, right? So it's fine. Rocks equal minerals, but they have to be useful ones. If it's just, a bunch of rock, you can get rock anywhere. Well, not anywhere. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so that's Gatewalkers. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you if you're looking forward to this game. I definitely did not see this at all, and I would not have seen it if it wasn't for me looking for what games are coming out this week. This game does release on January 12th. So, yeah, let me know if you're excited about it, if you're going to check it out. I might check it out. Price point's going to be important, and also if it is launching into early access will be an important point for me as well. But if you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. All right, y'all. Y'all. All right. So hey, I clicked play. How dare you? How are we doing on that battle? So just as a heads up, this next video might take a while. It is an interactive video. It might not take a while. I don't know. Depends on how chatty we get. Because we're going to be talking about the content that we made in 2022 and the content that we want to make in 2023. So if you do have opinions on that or feedback, I would be very appreciative of it. I'm just gonna kind of be talking about some stuff, and anywhere that you want to jump in whatsoever, be great. I would appreciate it immensely. I need to do this for myself so that I feel like I understand where I'm at and where I want to go and what I want to do. So, let's see. Let's see if this is working. It is working. It doesn't have the background on it. I can adjusted the camera the wrong way. There we go. That's fine. It doesn't have the background on it. I didn't want to put the background on it this time. So, actually kind of like that. That looks nice. I like all of that. Oh yeah, I meant to change shirts and hats at this. I didn't change hats between. Fuck. All right. Anyway, it's fine. It's too late now. Be right back. Also, I stood up and my bladder went, hey. I'll be right back. It's not a kind form of communication, Bladder. I know, right? So rude. Also, Athena, you put this little, like, camo blanket down here at the feet of the desk, and I love it because that floor makes my feet cold. Makes my feetsies cold. My toes, my nose is froze, and my toes are froze, and my tail is froze. Name the movie. One of the few movies that I'll reference. You notice your heart rate goes way down when you're cold, so I brought that blanket in to help. I'm also using my little footstool again. I love it right down there. So great. So great. Okay. I guess we can put in YouTube swans. It's not a big deal, but you totally can if you want to. It's completely up to you. This video is going to be structured very, very differently. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this video necessarily, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm going to say the normal intro and stuff anyway, but it's going to be a very free-flowing video. It's just as a heads up. To anyone that might be lurking that want to share their thoughts, just feel free to jump in. If you don't want to, you just want to lurk and listen, completely understand. You're most welcome to do so. I will be running stream raiders just like during the video because I don't expect this video to be that short. The battle's ready in 9 minutes. So anyway. All right. So greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwan. Today we're just going to kind of be talking about a year of content that I've made and what this next year is going to be. This is going to be kind of me rambling through some of my thoughts and interacting with the people that are here in chat for me to kind of figure out what I'm doing, how I feel about what I've done, what I want to do next. Because one of the things that's been really interesting over the last year, definitely 2022 was the year of discovery, and not necessarily getting discovered, but discovering what I want to do and be as a content creator. I've been making some form of content, relatively speaking, like all of my life. I would like write stories for friends in middle school. I tried to make some YouTube videos back in high school, but that was back in like the yonder years of YouTube. That was back in like 2008. YouTube would have only been a couple of years old at most at that point in time. The Rock Band days. Yeah, I had a couple of talking videos. I tried to do some Rock Band videos. That was hard because I didn't have, I mean, the fancy equipment that we have now barely even existed back then. I was recording on a camcorder and then would have to sync up audio later so that I could play it on YouTube, and it was a process. It was a journey. I was using like Windows Movie Maker. Man, those were the days. I would have to use the camcorder and then plug it in my computer and move the footage over, and now I just got these cameras that are connected by USB and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know, and then like I started a podcast back in 13, 14. It was a World of Warcraft podcast called The Cast Bar. Yeah. And then I also did a podcast called I Reddit, and then we got into live streaming. And then it was in the last 3 or 4 years that we've really been trying to do proper Twitch content and proper YouTube content. But even that took a couple years of discovery, of figuring out what I want to do. Because like I like making stuff, right? And I'll be honest, like if I got paid to make things that I like, to make YouTube videos and to do Twitch streams, if I could fully support myself and my family on that, I would be pretty stoked. Obviously, you know, you've seen the large creators that are dissatisfied with what they're making. They don't like that they are beholden to what generates profits, and I completely understand that. It's one of the reasons that I have moved away from particular games. I still am really into Escape from Tarkov. I liked Escape from Tarkov a lot, and I think it's a game with a massive amount of potential, and there's a lot of people that have completely made their living off of Escape from Tarkov to the point that they will never have to worry about money again in their entire lives, which is fantastic, and congratulations to those people. But they have also expressed their frustrations about how locked into Escape from Tarkov they are. If they try to play anything else, their viewership falls off by 70+%. Their YouTube videos are much the same way. If they make Escape from Tarkov videos, they hit that high number every time. If they make something that's not Escape from Tarkov, it's drastically lower number of views. And when your income depends on those views and those viewer numbers, I understand where that frustration can come in. But I did stream a lot of Escape from Tarkov. That was back in 2021, but I did stream a lot of Escape from Tarkov. We probably did, I don't know, like 26 streams of Tarkov. And what that taught me is that I don't necessarily want to do a live service game. A game like Tarkov or Fortnite or Call of Duty or anything like that on Tarkov, or on Twitch. I did do a few YouTube videos, and I will say I enjoy doing the YouTube content for Tarkov way more than I like streaming it. And I would say the same for games like Fortnite. Fortnite's a really great game to play with friends, but it is not a game that I necessarily enjoy streaming. And really just any game that isn't a game that is focused on a beginning to end structure, to where you launch it up, you see a title card, and then eventually you see credits. Any game that doesn't fit that process, any game that is a round-based and instance-based type of game, is not a game that I want to stream. Maybe once to try it out or something. Things like League of Legends, Apex Legends, I already rattled off several others. They're just not games that I want to stream. I don't enjoy streaming those games. It's also unfortunate that I don't enjoy streaming those games, though, because games like Valorant and League and just any game like that, if you grind that specific Dead by Daylight, if you grind that specific game, that is one of the it is one of the most consistent ways to build growth. because there were people that are very invested in those games and in those titles. And those games and those titles will lead to growth because of people that are interested in them. But then that leads to the problem that we already talked about being locked in to that title. So what did we do in 2022? So in 2022, we did a lot of experimentation. Because when we first started the YouTube channel, the very first video that I put out, even before I started streaming, was a series called First Impression, where I would play through what felt like the first kind of like chapter of a game, and then we'd give a review on it. And while I have stopped doing that, it's something that I still want to do, and we'll talk more about that later. But so YouTube, we put out 284 videos in 2022. The majority of those are all in the second half of the year. From June to December is where the majority of those 284 videos lie. We started really going, because we started the reaction videos at like 4 days a week, and then we went up to 5 days a week, and then we went up to 7 days a week, and then we went up to 2 videos a day 7 days a week to try and get caught up on some stuff. And that was too much. That was too much. But we did settle into a rhythm total of being able to achieve a video a day, and that's really what YouTube likes. YouTube likes that algorithm, and we saw some interesting things there. With these reaction videos, there is with reactions. I have seen now that I have some people that comment on multiple videos to where they're like regular watchers of the reaction videos, but for the most part, the reaction videos are just throwing darts and rolling dice at virality, right? You are just hoping to hit the bullseye. And while we've never like went, oh man, we're in it now, right? I have had some videos. Most of my videos do somewhere between 25 to 100 views in the first week that they're out, and after that, the views will just, like, really after the first 2 days, the views go because YouTube only cares about what's come out really in the last 24 to 48 hours, unless you're a pretty significantly sized content creator, which we are not, obviously. But we did have a couple of videos go into the thousands of views in 2022. We had things like the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 video. We had the Hyperlight Breaker video. I think the Arcane videos, were those in no, I think those were in 2021. But either way, we did have some breakouts. And we gained 166 subscribers. We were at 349 or 350 subscribers, at least at the time we're recording this video. We got 58,000 views in 2022, which is pretty sick for a total of 3.1 thousand watch hours. When most of the reaction videos are 10 minutes long, I'm still actually pretty happy with that, especially because it makes me feel better to see other people talking about this that are larger creators, because it makes you concerned. If you go look at anyone's YouTube analytics, the viewership in the first 15 seconds drops by somewhere between 50 to 90% of people seeing the start of the video and then deciding that they don't want to watch it. So my understanding is, even on the large side, that is very normal. And I'm like, all right, well, if you say so, I won't look at it too much. So that's where we hit on YouTube. And YouTube's an interesting beast, because it's interesting that people and I understand that they're maybe used to larger creators, but there'll be people that have comment on my videos, and I try to respond to every single YouTube comment because I have the ability to right now. I maybe get 1 to 5 comments on a video, and that's only if the video is like decent. Sometimes I get none, and that's fine. And there are occasionally videos that'll get dozens and dozens of comments. Normally the bigger ones, things like Hyperlight Breaker, the Persona 5 reaction got quite a few views on it and comments on it. I think I said Hyperlight Breaker. The Arcane videos did. The Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think, has our most comments. But there's people that comment like the creator's not going to see them, and I understand if they're watching people like Markiplier. Like, Markiplier probably doesn't see all the comments because there's just too many for him to be able to see. And he's, he's a full-time content creator, so he's making a lot more content all the time than I'm able to achieve, because I still have to, go to a day job, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Oh, man. You know how much stuff I would make if I didn't have to go to work? what a concept, man. What an absolute concept. I would love it if that was possible. I know that feel. I know that feel, Athena, so much. Be great if we didn't have to, but we're not quite there yet. So, but with YouTube, I've tried to find what I want to make as videos as well, because I started out with the first impressions and I still like the idea of the first impressions, but they weren't what YouTube wanted. They were too long. Not to say that long videos can't do well, they definitely can. The Persona video and the Xenoblade video are both very long. The Xenoblade video is over an hour, and it's one of the best performing videos on our entire channel. So, but in general, things need to be a little bit shorter. It's also just because we have the Vods channel, and you can definitely tell that there are some people that are just really happy to find a playthrough of a particular game. Some games do much better than others. We got quite a few views on, I say quite a few, it's like, you know, in the 40s. But for a VOD on YouTube of some random fucking streamer, I'm calling that pretty good. Of like things like AI the Somnium Files. There's of games that, you know, probably games that don't have a whole lot of Let's Plays on them. And so, but it's interesting to see. So also now we're looking at Twitch, okay? So Twitch is the one that I'm struggling with right now, and one of the reasons that I wanted to do this video and hash out this video. Because Twitch is something that we have continued to experiment with, and I love streaming. I like streaming more than I like making YouTube videos, for sure. I love talking with people. I love interacting with chat and trying different things, and, you know, doing these like reaction videos together and stuff, and seeing the way that that works. But growth on Twitch is hard. And I also understand that the best way to grow on Twitch is to do something on other platforms and direct them to Twitch, which is fair. But just some random numbers of what we did in 2022. So can I see number of days, like how many actual streams that I did? There's a lot of different metrics that Twitch gives you, but I didn't actually check to see if I can see how many individual streams that I did. I can see total time streamed, but it doesn't look like streams conducted is actually an option. All right, so some numbers for 2022. Average viewers, 8. We had 216 follows in 2022, which I think we are at 480, so half of our followers came, half-ish came this year. Total of 258 subscriptions, 2,638 unique viewers, and I streamed for a total of 650 hours. Jesus, what is that? What is the math on that? 650 hours divided by 365. I streamed for just shy, for about an hour and 45 minutes every day is what that breaks down into. So, I stream quite a bit. And that's one of the things that we'll be talking about as we go into 2023 as well, is the streaming that I do. We did settle into our schedule that I think is the best schedule that we've had. When we first started out in like 2019 and into 2020 and 2021, my brain really likes to have a routine, a schedule of what I want and how I want it to go, right? And things like the idea of series or themes are really, really good for my brain to be ready for whatever is coming next. So we were playing around with like Tactical Tuesday, where we always played shooter games. That's where we played a lot of those Escape from Tarkov streams. And then on Thursday, we had Two Dead Dudes for a long time, which is where me and my friend Adam would play Soulsian games, and that was a lot of fun. So it was always like shooters on Tuesday, Soulsians on Thursday. Me and Athena, who the wonderful individual is in the chat, we started up doing Power Couple on Fridays, where we play JRPGs together. That is probably my favorite thing that I do on Twitch, is Power Couple on Fridays. I love JRPGs. I love Athena a lot, and it's just so much fun. We get to go on these adventures together, and it's always just a good time. Even when the game sucks, it's a good time, right? And one of the other fun things about the Power Couple streams is that a lot of JRPGs now do get voice acting done, but they don't always have everything voice acted. You know, major scenes and stuff will be voice acted. And so, since I have a very male voice and Athena has a much more feminine voice, we do all the characters' voices. So anytime that there isn't voice acting present, we will fill in the voice acting. Are we great? I don't think we're fantastic, but I think we do a pretty decent job, and that is a lot of fun, and I always look forward to Friday every single week. And then Sunday's been also the day that has just been, it has for the longest time been a form of meta day, of let's get shit done day. And it's been an interesting day because I can't figure, there is not a set time for the Sunday stream. This video is being recorded live on stream on Sunday, January 8th at 9:45 p.m. And I have also done Sunday streams at 9:45 a.m. and Sunday streams at 12:30 p.m. Sunday is such a wild card of a day for me that this stream happens when it happens. I used to really try hard to do it in the morning. But one of the things that I also found trying to do streams first thing in the morning, again, on this journey of discovery, is that streams right in the morning, not too good for me. I can wake up and I can do things in the morning, but the requirements of streaming are very different from even my day job. I do have an office job. It involves a lot of very important paperwork, but that is very different from being attentive to a camera and monitoring all of this, because good Lord, is there a lot here. And interacting with people and trying to be entertaining and presentable and show the best side of myself. And morning streams, real hard. Real hard. But it does make Sundays an interesting day. And we did things where, like, I would edit in the morning. Like, I would be editing videos actively on screen and just chatting with people. We would work on, like, graphics design. We'd work on merchandise. For the last quite some time, Sunday has been what we've been calling production day. It's what we're doing right now, where we record the YouTube videos for the week. Because one of the only ways that we're able to achieve that weekly schedule is that I do fill content with reaction videos, but I do enjoy them a lot, and I think our structure is a good one. And it gives me a way to connect with people on a scale that doesn't involve talking about what's happening on screen for a video game, right? I mean, we're talking about what's happening on the video game trailer, but it's because I'm not focused on playing, right? I'm strictly focused on what's on screen and what's happening in chat. And production day, I enjoy a lot. It is such a different vibe than when you're playing a game. And it's not the same vibe as a just chatting stream, because we've had streams that have ended up being like just chatting streams, but even those are different than production day because we still have a collective goal that we're approaching. I'm gonna edit these water breaks out. But I needed water. Water. Then you shake up the gameplay and sometimes gives us a sneak peek on games coming out. That's one of my favorite things about doing these reactions. There's so many video games that come out now, all the time. So many games. So many of them. And with the reactions, doing 5 or 6 reactions a week and trying to target the games that are coming out in the upcoming week, we have seen games that we would have never seen otherwise, and some of them are super cool, and that is great and awesome. And we get to see the progression of a game from when it was first announced, sometimes 5 years ago, to what it is today, and you can see the way that the game grew and developed, and it's cool. But when it comes to Twitch, it is fun as fuck, okay? Streaming is really fun, but there are troubles with it because it is hard to find consistency and growth in Twitch. Now, we did have the pandemic, right? And the pandemic led to a drastic inflation of both content creators and viewers. Everyone was locked in their house, so a lot of people grabbed a cheap Logitech, C720 or whatever, the C920, whatever that webcam is called, and turn on a stream. And some of them, liked it, some of them didn't. But there was so many new content creators because of the pandemic, but there was also a lot of new viewers because people were locked inside. They're like, man, I watched all I cared to watch on Netflix. What else can I watch? Oh yeah, there's that Twitch thing, I guess. Well, let me see what's on there. And so it's interesting because as we're coming out of the pandemic, we're seeing the number of creators drop. People going back to jobs that they're not able to do from home. They're having less time. They're able to go do old hobbies, right? They're able to go out and do things again that they weren't able to do before. So and also, or people discovering that they don't like content creation. So there's a lot of creators that have left or have significantly slowed their pace. And there's nothing wrong with that. If it's not your jam, it's not your vibe, or you weren't getting what you wanted out of it, that's totally understandable. I get it. But yeah, so there's creators that are dropping out, and there's also viewers that are dropping out. And so it's been interesting to try to be a consistent force through that wave. And the best thing also about content creation is the friends that you make, especially on Twitch. Compared to YouTube, that's one of the coolest things about Twitch and live streaming is the friends that you make from people watching you and chatting with you, or the other creators that you make friends with. And 2022 was definitely not only the year of creation, but the year of connections, and not necessarily networking, but truly in just building connections. Networking is great. It's good to have other creators that you will work with and build off of one another. But it's another thing to just have creators that are friends. Because I have real life friends. I do. I swear I do. I went and had breakfast with them this morning. They are not creators. Well, one of them creates, but he creates things like leatherworking and smithing and paintings and stuff, right? And that is not, like, it is creation, but it is not the same as what we are doing right now. And so those conversations, I can't have conversations like we're having right now with these people. I love them to death, but it's just air in the wind, right? And you're like, I appreciate you so much for listening, friend. I understand that you have nothing to contribute because you have zero investment in this field whatsoever. So, yeah. Sad by how many creators have left already. It is sad. And you know, you also see people that you are friends with or at least close to in one way, and you see them starting to not necessarily burn out, but slow down. And whether it's because they're not seeing the growth that they want, or because life just isn't able to support it, right? It's like, you know, I was doing all right, but you know, views dropped, or I couldn't play the same game anymore. And so or you know, this isn't as popular as it was, so my money went down and I had to go get a day job to be able to support it. And because I had to go get a day job, I didn't have the time to do the stuff that I did before. And that sucks. It sucks a lot. The other thing that we did in 2022 was we did new stuff, is what I have on my notes here. We tried some new things that I hadn't really done before. Like gameplay redemptions. I added a channel point redemption. It was really expensive, but you could redeem it, and we'd try a game at your suggestion. And we played some games that I would probably not have played otherwise, or got that extra little bit of encouragement that I wouldn't have played otherwise. These are games like Metal Gear Solid 3. I definitely never would have went back and touched Metal Gear Solid 3 ever, but somebody was like, hey, here's 69,000 channel points, play it, bitch. And I was like, oh, okay. Same thing with like God of War 2018. I probably would have gotten around to that one at some point, but it wasn't very high on my list. Somebody redeemed it. I'm very glad that we played it. We've had a few others like that. Little Nightmares was super cool. You're right, Athene. I never would have played Metal Gear Solid 3 otherwise. The pandemic really inflated expectations of a lot of people. It inflated everything. And everything. It inflated the entire world in every way. And so, but I mean, there was good and bad things that came out of that. The backlog hath spoken. Oh man, my backlog is scary. It's disgustingly terrifying. Some other things that we did in 2022 was some larger giveaway streams. We did full-on streams where I just gave away Steam keys all day long. Those were really cool. I'm going to be doing more of those in 2023, and I got some physical stuff that I want to give away. I got to figure out what's the best way to do that, because I do not generate any meaningful revenue whatsoever streaming, and zero revenue on YouTube because we're just not large enough. So it's I can write off on my taxes on my hobby, because that's all this is currently in terms of the amount of income that it makes that I paid for shipping expenses. But woo-wee, shipping could be painful. So I got to figure out what's the best way to actually conduct that. I've not had to look into shipping my own stuff. I've just complained about how much it costs for other people to ship shit to me. I'm also in Alaska, which is, you know, its own ball of trouble when it comes to shipping stuff. The other thing that we started and tested out in 2022, though, was proper game reviews. And I want to do more of those. And one of those things has also been figuring out how I want to do them, right? And that's what I meant by 2022 is kind of the year of discovery for me, of discovering the streams that I want to do and how I want to do them, discovering the type of videos I want to do. The reaction videos went through a lot of iteration to reach where we are today, and I like where we've reached today. I'm happy with the content that I make, and it's not that I wasn't happy with what I made before. I'm just happier with what I do now. And the reviews are something similar. We did a review for like Dark Souls 2, and we did a review for Resident Evil 7, and I will say I was not very happy with those. I don't feel like it was my best work. I don't think that it was good. But with the Bayonetta 3 came out, and I told myself, you are going to review this, and you are going to review this in a different way. You're going to review it in your way, and you're going to try something new. And I really, really liked my Bayonetta 3 review. I liked it a lot. I was very happy with it. Obviously, things could have been better. I think that will forever be true as a creator. I don't think you will ever make anything that you're like, there's not a single thing that could have made this better or that I would have changed. I definitely believe there are ways that the Bayonetta 3 review could be better. And I believe that every review that I do will probably feel mostly better than the one before it. But I need to do more of them. But there's also the issue of that I need to play games to review. So let's go into 2023. Let's talk about 2023. Because we talked about what we've done, the journey we've been on. And now it's time to talk about what we're going to do. It's important to like your content. It's very important to like your content, Athena. It's super important. I feel like that is one of the most important things, is that you need to like the things that you make. And that's why it's so problematic for the people that get trapped in games that pay the bills, but they're not happy with anymore, because they get trapped in that idea of, I need to pay the bills, but I'm not happy with what I make anymore. And if you are a creative, that is painful. That is painful, but you got to pay the bills. And I'm sure I will reach a similar point in some way if we ever reach that point, because there will be a point of we got to pay the bills. I'm not happy about how I have to pay them. So, first thing I'm going to kind of touch on is it time for a change in 2023? Because outside of the review streams, I've kind of just been rolling, okay? I've kind of fallen into a rhythm, found some things that I'm happy with, and have been rolling on them. And I think they're rolling along pretty well, but in terms of growth, we're not seeing a whole lot, okay? It's happening, but it's happening really, really slowly. And my understanding is it always does, outside of specific exceptions. But is there something that I should change to look towards something more? And we're going to kind of touch on that as we go on, of things that I do want to change and things that I want to do that will inevitably lead to change, because it's things that I don't currently do. One thing that I will just touch on is I'm still frustrated with my handle, with my channel name. I am Schwan_ on basically everything, and that bugs me. I want to be just Schwan. That's what I want, okay? That's what I want. But guess what? You don't always get what you want, and I don't get what I want, okay? And because, like, Flat Schwan is taken on Twitch by a dead account, and Twitch doesn't release accounts on requests unless you're a partner. But that account, as far as I can tell, has never chatted anywhere. They've never streamed. They don't have a banner. They don't have an icon. It's just sitting there. Part of me has psyched myself out of like, is it me? Do I already have that name and it's freaking on an email that I don't know anymore? Did I create a Twitch account in like 2014 and I named myself Schwan? Because I would. That's what I would do. Is it me? Did I lock myself out of my own name? I don't know. Maybe. Could have been on an old Hotmail account. I've not used Hotmail in years. I remember my Hotmail account names, but for thank you, Show Sheepy. Please handle it for me. But for all I know, I screwed myself. I have my own handle. I don't know. I hope not. I'd be so mad at myself. Part of me wants to go try to figure it out. Be like, maybe it is me. It might be me. But at the same time, the thing is, even if it was me, you know how much that would suck? Because there's nothing that I could do about it, right? Because if you delete your Twitch account, your name is not released into the pool for somewhere around 6 months. Twitch doesn't actually tell you. It won't say. It doesn't give that kind of information away. And they don't respond to account requests. So it's not like I could be like, yo, look, I own both of these accounts. Can you please rename my account to this account and just delete this account? They wouldn't even read the email. So yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I want Schwan, but I can't have it, and I'm not happy with Schwan _. Not happy with it. We had something else before Schwan _. But before that was Swan Song Productions. If you don't know, my name, Schwan, or Schwan, is the German word for swan, and Swan Song Productions. That was what the Twitch account started as, but it was a little bit too official. You know, it was like a little too formal. And so we went more into personalization, and we've ended up on Schwan _, and we've been there for a long time. Is the Schwan taken? Maybe that's what we used, Show Sheepy. Maybe it was the Schwan. And I know that people have put in like the real Schwan, or the OG, the real, you know, something like that. But like, I don't know, those bug me too. They bug me too. There's a Rayback out there that I often lock out of their account by accident. Give me my name. Yeah, my name is also taken on Twitter by an inactive account, and that drives me nuts too. Elon Musk, free up some old account names, please. Free up some of those inactives, if you would, because I need my name. But yeah, I've been pondering a channel name because I am very, very unhappy. Zechuan! Oh my god, Cerulean. I kind of love it, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of love it. That's a legitimate thought. But that completely derailed my entire thought process. Oh yeah, I'm not happy with my handle right now. I am not happy with the _ at the end of my name. I don't want it to be there. I wish it wasn't there. And since I can't have just my name, because if I could choose anything, that's what it would be. It would just be flat Schwan, SCHWAHN. Since I can't have that, I got to look for other alternatives for something that I might be happy with. Don't know what it is. I've thought of so many possibilities. For a while, if you go back and watch some of the reaction videos from like a month ago, I was introducing myself as the nerd in a snapback, and I was like, maybe I could change it to that. Nerd in a snapback, that's kind of branding. You can see right here this long line of hats. That's nowhere close to all of them. There's like 30 of them at my feet over here. There's like another 50 behind the curtain over there. I have a lot of hats, and we wear new ones all the time. But it ended up that ended up not working very well either. It didn't flow very well when you were talking about it or introducing it or anything like that. And writing it out with no spaces does not work. There is not a way to make nerd in a snapback not be read weird. I'm going to type it into chat. So first with spaces, but then if you go nerd in a snapback, and if you like capitalize like the S in snapback, then you got nerdina, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Hat boy. Oh man, Le Schwan eats croissants. That's adorable. Although, Szechuan. Ah, yeah, you're right, Cerulean. Szechuan is too close to Szechuan. So, this reminds me of a superhero trying to yeah, the mountains are high, the world is round, and the beach is that way. Anyway, shout out to my friend Josh for that line. That's the superhero pose of the day right there. So, yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Still trying to figure it out. I've thrown so many names at the wall, and I'm just like, none of them stick. And I think none of them stick because none of them are what I want. But I can't have what I want, and I'm not happy with what I have. So we got to throw something else at the wall. I don't know what it is. All right, enough of that though. Enough about the names. All right. Next, let's talk about some things that we want to do this year beyond trying to figure out what our name change is. Drum streams. I have a very nice electronic drum kit on the other side of the room. On the other side of this curtain here, got a real nice drum set. I do not play it enough. I want to play it more. Really want to play it more. But I also have this really bad struggle. Since I've become like a large, not a large content creator, but a content creator that is spending more of their time on content creation, it's so hard to do things for me. Because I'm like, but everything is content. I could turn this into content. Is there a way I can turn this into content? It's so hard to play games for myself. Like literally just for me. Really hard. Because I'm like, should I play this on stream? Maybe I should play this on stream. I need to record some footage of me playing this so I can make a review for it or something like that. It's so hard to do shit for myself. My brain's broken. My brain was broken before and I damaged it in a whole new way. And the same thing goes for the damn drums. I played the drum. I had a full drum kit in high school. Played the ever-living hell out of it like every single day. And I want to play it more. But I'd love to play it on stream. I would love to play it on stream. What about first name, last name? I thought about it. That was Athena's suggestion as well, Shoshipi, and it is the best suggestion that I have gotten so far. Let me see if first name, last name on my stupid... now I just have to look and see if first name, last name is taken. Literally just first name, last name. Okay, somebody does have first name, last name. Shucks. That is already a taken handle. I really wanted there to just first name, last name. Although, okay, so my first name, last name is not taken. Might be something to think about. Also, I'm going to pull... oh, I can't show you on the video. First name, last name, they have changed their Twitch icon. It is a custom icon that is the default icon, but with a mask on it. I like this person. Anyway. But yeah, I want to start the drum streams up, but that requires some setup. Here's the other problem with the drum streams, okay? I am capped on time. We currently stream 4 days a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Tuesday and Thursday is the Let's Play streams, where we play through a game. It's just me on stream. We're making progress on a game. We finish the game from beginning to end. We'll review it at the end of it. We just got done, at the time of this recording, we just got done with Crisis Core Reunion. We're going to be recording the review for that and posting it up on the YouTube channel. Fridays is Power Couple with Athena, where we play JRPGs. Nothing is allowed to take that day away from me. I will fight you. And then Sundays are production days. And I need these days really bad because I still need to make the YouTube content on the idea of building the legacy, like eternal existing content on the YouTube will hopefully feed into the stream. So if I did a drum stream, I'm missing some equipment because I had two options: run a whole bunch of cable. Well, I had three options: move the drum kit into a very bad place, the middle of the room, so that it could be close enough to this computer that I could hook it up to this computer. 2, run cables all the way across the room. Or 3, set up a lower end computer over by the drum kit, okay? Because it'll just be cameras, right? I won't need it to play games or anything like that. So it'll be a lot easier stream to run technologic-wise, because I will just be running OBS and a couple of cameras, and then everything else will just, that's it, because it'll just be me on camera playing drums. So I can run that on a significantly lower end computer than what we have here, where we're trying to play like newly released titles while streaming, because we do have a one PC setup for our main rig here. And so I need some equipment to be able to, because I want to go with option 3, but I need some more equipment to, like, I need at least one more camera. I need some cables. I have a computer that might work, but I don't know. If it's not going to work, then I will have to try something else, right? I will have to figure out, I'll have to figure out a new rig. If I can get a really low-end rig from somebody else, and you know, for the right price, then we can rock that way. It's just a matter of trying to figure out those solutions. But that is one of my big goals this year, is to get the drum stream running. However, when do I stream it? Mondays are a no, because Mondays are reserved for date night for me and my wife. We try to spend time together every Monday, go out. We didn't go out for a long time because of the fucking pandemic. God. But that's what we normally do. We go out with one another once a week. And thankfully, we are privileged enough to be able to have that option. But otherwise, at least, you know, sit down with one another and watch something together. Because, you know, we both are content creators, and we both have full-time jobs, and we both try and spend time with our child when we can. And then you also have to work, and you have to sleep. And but yeah, so when do I do it? I don't know. They wouldn't be very long streams, right? Like maybe an hour, 2 at most. At most. So I don't know. I don't know when those happen or how. There's not a lot of time to pull from or to add to. Like, Athena streams on Wednesday. Maybe right at the very end of, like, right after work, do an hour's not very long, so like a quick 1 hour stream, but like that's a whole nother day, y'all. Maybe Sundays, but after production to be a fun way to end the stream. Well, we'll feed into the next thing to talk about Sunday. So the other thing that I really want to get back into in 2023, we talked earlier in this video, in this recording, about some of the first YouTube videos that I made on this new channel, which was first impression. So the idea was, again, we would play through the beginning of a video game, whatever felt like the start of it, you know, the first chapter-ish, and then we would give our thoughts on it at that point. It was a very strong first impression. And I want to do that again. I won't call them first impression. It's too vague, bad for SEO. Those videos were also too long because I included all of the gameplay in those videos. So I would do an intro. We'd play like anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour of the game, and that whole gameplay section would be in the video. And then there would be essentially like the mini review section of that section, mini review of the part that we had played through. I will be renaming it from First Impression likely to Swan Dive to fit in with the idea of what my name means, and just because it's a fun idea if we're going to swan dive into a new game. And we'll still do that format. They'll be significantly shorter because I won't include as much of the gameplay part of it. But I want to do those, especially because we talked about my backlog. I'm going to open up Steam real quick while we're chatting. My Steam library. This is Athena's. God, no. We're just whole. Like, God, I was ready to see the number, and now the number is being hidden from me, and it's a scary number, y'all. It's a scary number. Okay. Now, obviously, every single game in my Steam library are not there because I want to play them, okay? I have been subscribed to Humble Bundle for, I don't know, half a decade or something. So I ended up with a lot of games from Humble Bundle that I didn't want to play. I also occasionally buy bundles from Fanatical, which again resulted in games that I didn't want to play. I have now since stopped redeeming the games that I don't want to play, and I put them in a massive key bank, and that key bank is what I give games away out of, because I was like, why am I redeeming games on Steam that I don't want? Anyway, there are... Holy shit. $1,796 games in my Steam library. Okay. I have my Steam library sorted mostly, okay? Of those, we'll just round it up to 1,800. Round it up to 1,800. 200 are uncategorized. So 200 need to be put into categories, okay? The 6 other categories I have are played completed, played abandoned, played incomplete. So I'm done, I'm not going to finish it, or I would like to finish it and I haven't yet. And then 3 unplayed categories of interested, not interested, and unsure. I want to play it, I don't want to play it, and I might want to play it. So in the unplayed interested category, so these would be games that would be good for Swan Dive. This, by the way, this doesn't include shit like Game Pass or things that are like Nintendo Switch exclusives, because there's a good number of those. The unplayed interested category, not factoring in the 200 games that are uncategorized, currently has 324 titles in it. If I do one Swan Dive a week, I have 52 weeks in a year, 324 divided by 50. I have 6 years, a little over 6 years worth of Swan Dives that I could do in my Steam library. And that doesn't even include the stuff that hasn't come out yet. And that doesn't include the stuff on Game Pass. And that doesn't include stuff that are consoles exclusives. So, like, I got like 10 years of content, y'all. Easily. Of games that I want to try. And Swan Dive's the perfect way to do that. Swan Dive I would want to do on Sundays. Sundays are production days. The Swan Dive would be a production day style thing. We would be playing a game on Sunday, which we don't currently do, right? There is no games that are ever played on Sundays. We just record raw footage. But it would be where it would fit, right? We would do some reaction videos. We'd record a review or like a games list or something. We just got done with a series of gaming in 2022 videos, the good, the bad, the ugly, the memorable, and the forgettable, the top 10 list of games from 2022. And so it would fit into that day. So that's where Swan Dive would go. So could I add the drum stream on that too? I guess. But Sunday's starting to sound real scary, yo. It's sounding real scary. Have you played Half-Life 2? No, I have not played Half-Life 2. There's some massive games that I have never played. Some of them we've been doing through community votes. So, you know, we would have, like, we'd hit a goal for, like, Twitch, and we'd have the community vote, and that's how I ended up playing games like Devil May Cry for the very first time. Is it just starting Swan Dive the first hour of Tuesday or something? I thought about that, too. Problem is with that is that main game already takes a while to get through. Because we don't stream super long on Tuesday and Thursday. They're normally about... If you factor in the startup time, the shutdown time, and the distraction time, we get maybe 2.5 hours to 3 hours of progress in whatever is the main game we're playing on Tuesday and Thursday. And if a game is 40 hours long, that means it's taking us 12 weeks to get through a game. I wish I could do longer streams. Again, this fucking day job shit, right? Because like I know people that are full-time creators, and so they'll just do like an 8-hour stream of a game. And when you're able to do an 8-hour stream of a game that's 32 hours long, it only takes you 4 streams. That's not too bad. If it takes you, you know, 20 streams, that's a little excessive. But if it takes you 20 streams, that's a little bit more. We need to move and win the lottery. Solid plan. Let's put it into motion. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I don't know where to fit some of this stuff. And then so, you know, I got swan dives that I want to do. They'd fit best on Sunday. Drum streams, I don't know where to put those. Because here's the other problem with both putting them on a Tuesday or let me contribute 500k to your tickets. Wait, yeah. Instead, better plan. Better plan of what to do with the 500k. Here's the other problem with the idea of the drum stream on a day where we're doing either like before or after other content. If we set up a second computer on the other side of the room, I don't know how I would manage to either stop streaming over there and start over here, or stop over here and start over there without it like ending stream, right? And like, if you're immediately going to turn off the stream and turn on the stream, I think actually Twitch, you could, like, I wonder if you like Alt F4 out of OBS, if Twitch would be like, shit, I lost connection. And then you open it on the other stream and then it's like, oh, I found connection. So it'd all be the same stream. I don't know though. And that's a new problem that I wouldn't know how to tackle. So I don't know. I don't have the answer, but okay, but here is something else to consider and something else to think about when it comes to that. I talked about these game reviews, right? I was really happy with the Bayonetta 3 review. I want to do more of them. I would love to be a critic, a game critic. I would like that. I value my own opinion. I'm very well aware that I like my own opinion. And I like sharing my opinion. Fucking white dude, right? Who would have thought? But the idea of reviewing things and people caring about your opinions, very, very appealing to me. Like, I will not lie. Like, that is a very appealing concept, is people caring about what I have to say and it's not even topic specific, okay? But I enjoy video games a lot. And I would like to play more of them, and I would like for people to care about my opinions when it comes to video games. And so that's kind of where that all fits, right? So I want to do more reviews, because the only way that you get recognized as a critic, as a reviewer, is to actually do the job, right? So I need to do more. I need to put, you know, effort into the review videos, crank them out, and so that we can start building that. I'm not expecting this to happen, you know, in the next 6 months, but it would be cool if we hit the point where we were a, you know, respected reviewer, if that's the best word for it, in the next, I don't know, 5 years. That'd be cool. But so I need to do more game reviews, which also means that I need to play more games, which means that I need to look at a couple of options for how to achieve that. One is doing less social gaming. Talked about Escape from Tarkov early in the video. I've been playing it. The Escape from Tarkov just had a new wipe. I really love social gaming. Playing games with friends is a lot of fun. But social gaming games generally aren't games that are the easiest to review. Games like Fortnite or Escape from Tarkov, or, you know, pick your other live service title, right? So I would need to do less of that so that I can put more off-stream time into games that maybe I'm not playing on stream in order to actually be able to do game reviews. So cut down on social gaming. Or, I mean, I need to do that in general anyway, on just like a life balance standpoint. But one of the other things is that right now I really like to try to have the entire playthrough of a game available on stream, right? From beginning to end. And I could still do that. And it already takes longer than I would like it to. I really wish that I could at least do like 6-hour streams, because I feel like I would make, obviously I would make more progress on that type of time scale, right? If we were getting 6 hours of gameplay, then, you know, a game that's 60 hours, we'll just go out on the long end, would take 10 streams, that's a month worth of Tuesday, Thursday streams. That's not possible though. So then the question becomes is, what do I do about that? One of the things that I thought about, because I do really want to do the drum streams, is what if I just drop Tuesday or Thursday as a gameplay stream, and instead make it a drum stream, and have the drum stream be however long the drum stream is. And after I turn the drum stream off, I have to still work, because one of the things I've found is also very important is if you're doing content creation in earnest and you are wanting for it to be something, to be more, if it's more than just a hobby, if it's more than just for fun, if you want to see your numbers grow up, I want to see my numbers grow up. I want to see that little 2 become a big 2, and then maybe even one day become a 20. Sorry, my brain just distracted itself of thinking of a number growing up. If you want to see those numbers grow, is that you need to treat it like it is a part-time job. Even though you're not getting paid like a part-time job, it is. We just talked about how I streamed on average an hour and 45 minutes a day every single day in 2022. I did not stream every single day, but that's what the numbers broke down to. We'll just round that up. If you include like setup and takedown, we'll just say it's 2 hours, right? We'll just say it's 2 hours every single day, roughly, that I devoted to just streaming. That doesn't include editing. That doesn't include planning. That doesn't include anything else. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. And so, you know, you gotta have to take it seriously. And so, like, if I did, we'll say drop Tuesday. Actually, I would probably drop Thursday. If I had to pick, no, I'd probably pick Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. If I drop Tuesday as a gameplay stream and turn it into a drum stream, the drum stream would only be like 1 or 2 hours long, and then I could turn the drum stream off, continue my part-time job, and put that time into playing a game that I am not playing on stream but would like to review. Maybe that's a decent idea to approach it. You could play games and record it, but without Twitch, because that would be less stream interaction. You're right. And I should do that in general. If I'm playing a game for review, I should record all of my gameplay from beginning to end. I need to figure out a better file storage system than what we currently have if I was to do that. And I could just upload my entire playthrough on the Vods channel. You know. Very happy for your growth that you've achieved in the past year's time alone. I'm significantly happier with the growth that we've achieved in 2022 than any year before it. But if I want to keep that momentum, I need to figure out further what I'm doing. Every third Tuesday, so really maybe every other week event, maybe twice a month, every third Tuesday of the month. Maybe. I don't know. It'll be hard to say until I've done a drum stream, right? Because, like, that's not a bad idea. Because right now my brain, like, having this conversation is operating on the weekly idea of this happens every week. Tuesday, Thursday, gameplay streams, Friday, power couple, Sunday, production day. But there's nothing that says that it would be easier to plan around a once every now and then stream, like you suggested, maybe not every third Tuesday, because that's too difficult for my brain. But your initial suggestion of maybe every other week, of like, you know, maybe try and plan a 1 hour Saturday stream that takes place in the afternoon every other week. That would be easier. It's not a every week that I am losing that time. You know, or even changing Tuesday to it. Every other week is, it goes drum stream gameplay, next week is gameplay, next week is drum stream gameplay. That's not a bad idea either, and that would be easier for my brain, because my brain was completely operating on the idea of every week. What about every full moon that coincides with your streaming day? No. So, that's a good suggestion, Cerulean. But, how every Zodiac. I don't want to pay attention to Zodiacs in general. But we'll have to get the drum stream going first. Once we have done a drum stream, then we will be able to better plan around what we want to do with it. Because I'm saying an hour, like, because I don't drum as much as I used to. I used to drum 1 to 2 hours every single day in high school. I definitely don't even dream an hour a week right now. But I would like to do that more. I need to do that more. But, you know, 1 hour might not feel like enough for me. Maybe it needs to be 2 hours. Or maybe an hour will feel like too much. So I'll need to figure out a way to make it a little bit, you know, like be able to build around it a little bit so that it's better, right? So, but can't do any of that until we can actually do it. You said dream instead of drum? Dream stream? Dream stream is the drum stream? Probably. So, once we're able to actually roll it, then we will have a better plan and we'll have a better idea of how we want to regress with it. Because, you know, it might end up being that it's good for the channel, it's good for me, it's good for everything, right? It's like, so like ideally it's like, oh yeah, drum streams are fun, Schwan loves them, he sees good numbers, good growth out of them, and then it's really easy to be like, yo, for the sake of my happiness and my content, my channel, real easy argument for why we should sacrifice every Tuesday to this, right? But until we're able to do one, we won't really have that. Wildcard day for experimentation, or have that day off if you so choose. Oh, every 2 weeks have a test day. It can just be a gameplay stream, but we could do other stuff if we wanted. That's kind of what Sundays were for a really long time. Sundays were like creative Sundays were whatever we were creating that day, whether it was editing YouTube videos or doing Photoshop work or whatever it ended up being. So, yeah. But that also fits into the like that all still fights with the idea of the game reviews, because that is definitely something that I want to do. My target for this year, I gave myself a goal this year of putting out 12 reviews in 2023. So an average of 1 review a month. It doesn't necessarily need to be 1 review every month, but I want to put out 12 reviews this year so that it averages out to 1 review a month. That would be what I would like to hit. If like we have Crisis Core that we can review, we just finished that. I'd kind of still like to do a review of freaking Gungrave Gore, just so I can talk about how bad it was. Sundays used to be that, and they slowly turned into Production Day. And I'm much happier with Production Day as a day than I am now looking back at Creative Sunday. I like what we have on the way that Sundays work now better than they did before, to a pretty significant degree. So I need to figure out how to play more games off stream, whether that's changing up the way the stream works, or, you know, sacrificing social gaming, making better utilization out of some of the technology that I do have, like my Steam Deck. I got my Steam Deck. I love it a lot. I replayed through Final Fantasy 13 on it, but I do not play that thing. I don't utilize that thing as much as I could and should. Sounds like less Tarkov time. I mean, Tarkov will fall off for me probably in the next couple of weeks anyway. Like, after the new wipe smell, oh God, that's such an awful phrase. Holy shit. Oh, no, I said holy shit. No, God, that's made that even worse. Ew. Oh, I have so many regrets about those statements. Once the sparkle of the new wipe fades a little bit, I will probably play significantly less Tarkov. I only played Last Wipe for like 6 weeks, and then I didn't play it all for, well, until now. Like the Last Wipe started on June 30th, I think. I played until like maybe right around the beginning of September, maybe mid-September. Then I just quit. And the wipe before that, it started on December 12th, and I quit on February 8th. What day did Lost Ark come out? Because let me tell you what, Lost Ark came out and Tarkov did not exist for me anymore. Yeah. Anyway. So, wait, no, delete that. Yeah, Lost Ark was fantastic. I have no bad memories of Lost Ark. So here's something else I want to run by everybody. Yeah, WoW illegal is right, Athena. WoW illegal is right. That doesn't need to be in the quote either. That needs to be far, far away. So here's the other question, and I just put this in here with a question mark after it. And the note is hat videos, question mark. I tossed around the idea of like, I got all these hats. I mean, I already use them for like identity purposes of like having all these different hats that change around. We have the channel point redemption to change hats and stuff like that, right? Thoughts on showcasing them? Like just like a short video like that we'll make on production day on Sunday that's just like going through all the hats I have, like just 5 hats per video. Just be like, you know, pull out the 5 and just like show them off, talk about them a little bit, talk about my thoughts, talk about the fit. Like they might take 10 minutes. Athena says nah. I've become very gaming focused, and that's definitely not gaming focused at all. I'm not a hat. What is there a name for hat people the way that they have like sneaker heads? I need a fucking haircut, dog. Holy shit. A fashion creator. That sounds drier than sawdust. Or is it sandust? I don't know. Either way. People ask about it on a stream, sure, but that's extra time and you aren't exactly a fashion creator. Yeah. I don't know. It just sounded fun and cool and easy. But, yeah. Okay. Okay. A couple other things to talk about for 2023 planning. Okay, so this one is more on me than, like, it's not a stream thing. If I ever became a full-time creator, it could potentially be a stream thing, but we are not a full-time creator. But I like the concept, but I would not touch it personally. Fair enough. Is writing, okay? So before the pandemic hit, I was sprinting through a novel. I had gotten about 50,000 words written on a novel. I was writing anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 words a day. The pandemic hit, some depression hit, and I lost a whole lot of creative energy. And that included on writing. And in the time since, my time has changed, and it has been harder for me to get back into writing. I have written a couple short stories. I did write a couple of short stories in 2022. They're like an hour. They're like a chapter long total. I want to get into writing again, and I want to finish at least that novel. And I need personally to figure that out because that's going to take time, right? But the other thing is that I would like to try to figure out a way for maybe not the novel, but to get into a rhythm of trying to get some writing done and out in a way that it is consumable to people semi-regularly. Like I wrote those couple of short stories. And I would like to maybe do that more, but I don't know how to market it, I guess is the best word. Like, I need to figure out how I would capitalize on it. I don't necessarily need to make money from it, but I would like to try and figure out how to cultivate growth out of it. And I don't know what the answer to that is, and I've been trying to figure it out. The current short stories are hosted on the website, but I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to do it, or what else I could or should be doing with it. It's a hard question. And I mean, same goes for like trying to market and, you know, brand and cultivate like YouTube videos and Twitch channels and stuff like that, right? It's hard. You're relying a lot off of luck a lot of the time, trying to get the algorithm to like you, to be able to, you know, pick up your content and show it to people. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know how to do that one. If I was a full-time creator, I might actually do a writing stream. I think that would be cool. Maybe we could, like, you know, this is obviously nowhere close to happening to production, but it would be cool to like have a stream, or maybe we write a short story together on stream and we, you know, debate about what could or should happen and stuff. Sounds fun to me. But I don't know. I got to figure out more stuff for that one. I did writing streams back in the day when I was reviewing games, making it a collective experience. Really enjoyed it. Cool. Very cool. Something I might like to do one day. It probably wouldn't be like writing streams unless there was some crazy amount of growth that happened. They probably wouldn't happen this year. That would be a probably pretty far along thing. Although part of me is like, all right, so we just abandon fucking video games. Video games get relegated to the YouTube channel. We do music drum stream on Tuesday. We do writing collab streams on Thursday. We do collab JRPG voice acting stream with Athena on Friday. And then we just make videos on Sunday. Who wants to play fucking video games on Twitch anymore? Like who plays games on this platform? Nobody. Okay, plenty of people do, memes aside. Also did the review of the game as well, then wrote it after before jumping onto the next one. Time is a bitch. So, yeah. And you know, part of that, also that statement isn't entirely a joke, because if they were fun streams and if there was growth and success in them, I would totally give up Tuesday and Thursday Let's Play streams to play drums on one and write on the other. 100%. Like, if I felt confident in those, 100%. Wouldn't even feel bad about it. Like, I would record my gameplay, because you should anyway if you're going to do video game reviews. Because currently I do use a lot of trailer footage for my video game reviews that I do, which is perfectly fine, but it's not necessarily the same. But record the playthrough, put that on the Vods channel, use the footage for the review channel, for the main channel, you know, boom, bam, drums Tuesday, write Thursday, Power Couple Friday, production day Sunday. If I felt confident in that, I would be like, fuck it, let's do it. But I'll tell you what, right now I don't feel confident in it. And there's also some games that I really want to play, and I want to play with all of you. Games like Forspoken. Really want to play Forspoken with everybody. Want to play Wanted Dead with everybody. Those two for sure. They're the most immediate ones that are coming up. So, all right. Put a little feather in, put our writing quill back in the hat for now. And I got 2 more things to talk about for 2023. Schwan moves suddenly to just chatting streams exclusively. No! It would not be exclusively, because Power Couple Friday needs to still happen. I don't want to lose Power Couple Friday. I love Power Couple. Literally, my, like, the stream I look forward to the most every single week is Fridays. Okay, so, next question. Frame drops? Don't do this to me, Twitch! No! Well, it might not be Twitch. It might be GCI. No! Give it back! Give me my frame rate back! GCI, you piece of shit! All I know is that Power Couple is safe. Can you hear me? Are words coming through? This freeze frame is so good. Screenshot it! Do it! I'm testing my internet speed right now. I just froze for myself. Even better. But it's probably because I'm running the speed test right now. Well, as per normal, download is great. The upload is good too. Like, the upload is actually, like, better than normal. So that makes me think it's a Twitch thing. Yeah, that makes me think it's a Twitch thing. Because my ISP is performing very well right now. Well, if you can still hear me, we can still continue. We wouldn't be able to really do the reactions after we finish this, but maybe it'll be better. It won't be better. It won't be better. I heard you talking about moving away from Twitch exclusively. That is not what I said. Can you hear me? We can hear you. 3 minutes later. Ooh, that's where we're at, huh? All right. Well, I'll just talk for a minute then to wrap up this conversation. There's two other things that I want to touch on, which is merch. I've not done a whole lot of merch work. I'm not large enough that I would be looking to profit off of merch, but I do think that merch is something that I should put more time into. Just like because we do have some inside jokes, right? Like the Meat Dimension style jokes and stuff like that. And it's memes about like Neo and stuff. So I feel like I should actually try to capitalize on this and put them in there so that we actually have like memorabilia of those moments. So I think I need to try and do more merch in 2023, not just for the not for money reasons, but for like legacy reasons. And the other thing is YouTube Shorts and TikTok. There's a problem though with both of those. One is again time. I would like to do more of both of those. However, I will say that I don't personally like gaming TikToks and YouTube Shorts. Like whenever those come up on my For You page on TikTok, unless it's like a funny like VoIP interaction or something, most of the time I don't care. I don't watch those. So I also wouldn't want to make those. Which then leads the question, like, I would probably instead just make videos on TikTok and stuff where I just fucking talk, right? Where I just talk or respond to things or duet things or stitch things or just, just be a normal ass fucking TikToker, basically. And I could put that on YouTube as well, but it wouldn't vibe with the theme of the channel at all. Like, you know how, thankfully now YouTube has your different types of content separated into different categories. They have the videos category, they have the live category, and they have the shorts category. And those are three very different tabs. So in theory, you could put gaming videos as all of your main video uploads, and your shorts have nothing to do with video games at all. And they could be completely separated out things because those are such separate markets, right? They're such separate audiences of people scrolling through the For You page and people that are actually looking at long form videos or their subscribers list or something like that. So I don't know if that would work. It feels like it could work, but it also feels like it might not work. I don't know. I won't get your thoughts before we come to a close. So, yeah. I don't know. I do want to start doing them in some form. I do want to start doing YouTube Shorts, and I want to start doing TikTok. At least dabbling in it. I'll probably start on TikTok because I don't have any identity on TikTok, so I don't have like a gaming themed YouTube channel. And so if I just did like normal TikTok shit, it wouldn't have that type of disconnect. Whereas if I then put them onto YouTube Shorts, it would have a disconnect. I don't know. But here's the nice thing about being a small creator. You can experiment all you want and it won't do a damn thing, right? It won't do a single fucking thing. Like, I could turn my YouTube channel from gaming reaction and reviews to a woodshop channel tomorrow, and it wouldn't do very much because I am small. I am small. Let me go small down here. And yeah. So something I'm definitely going to start doing. Problem is I have this high standard for myself when it comes to production. Obviously, I'm willing to make certain sacrifices and cut corners here and there, but I would want like at least decent lighting and stuff. I have a ring light and stuff now, so yeah, I don't know. It's stuff to think about. It's stuff that I definitely want to do, but that definitely concludes everything that I'm looking to do in 2023. I need to figure out a better channel name. I'm not happy with the one I have. I need to figure out the one that I want, and I will. That is a high priority. I need to figure that out sooner than later so that is done. I need to get the drum stream set up. I almost said dream stream again. Get the drum stream set up and ready, and to get that tested and figure out where I want to put that. Definitely 100% want to start Swan Dive. That would be most likely happening on Sunday as part of production day. And then the game reviews, need to get those rolling. I need to get over myself and do less social gaming and just get more progress done on games that I would like to review. Obviously, I won't always be able to review whatever is the first thing that comes out, but getting any of them done at all builds a history of reviews. So I need to really put some time into that and really put effort into that. We won't do anything along the lines of hat videos. I will try my damnedest to get activity on writing again so that my writing can progress, and maybe one day we'll do writing streams. Start dabbling around with more merch. Probably try and rebuild the store/website in some way. I was really hoping that Fourth Wall would have been more than it is. Fourth Wall is cool that they have the merch gift overlay capability where, like, kind of like how you can gift subs, you can randomly gift merch to somebody's community on Twitch and they'll get like notifications for it. It's super cool. But a lot of the other stuff that they promised in terms of like website support and blog support and other interactivity and the website embeds just has not come to fruition yet. And I would like a lot for that to have been there so I could create like an all-in-one website, because I put a lot of time and work into the Squarespace website that I built, and I can't get what I want out of Fourth Wall. They might be decent for merch, but they're not decent for everything else. So have to figure out what I'm doing with that. And then YouTube Shorts and TikToks. I'll probably start on TikTok and play around there. Maybe just throw them up on YouTube Shorts to see how they do. Yeah. Well, everyone that's watching this in chat because of internet issues that I apparently am having are like 7 minutes behind on my ramble. So they're responding to shit right now that is just from, well, you can tell. You can, if you look at the chat, you can tell it's from a while ago. But anyway, so since I won't be able to have any back and forth with them in any meaningful length of time, I will stop it there. So everyone, if you listened to this ramble, because this will be a YouTube video, if you listened to this whole thing, bless your heart, bless you. We went all over the place. We went forward, we went back, we went all over. We talked about things and then moved on and went back to them. If you typed out a comment at any point, typing one out now about your opinion, bless you. I'm not even religious, and bless you, because man, power to you. I don't know if I would watch this. I just needed to do this for me, to talk my way through what we've done and what we are going to do in the future. So thank you so much. If you actually watched this whole thing, I'm so impressed with you. And I hope you will continue this journey with me forward. If you did like this video, maybe give it a like. If you want to catch future videos, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to go check out the Twitch channel too, because that's where we did all of this until my internet shat itself. 600 kilobytes per second, Twitch or GCI? Are you fucking kidding me? You know how hard it already is to do this shit, let alone when you suck so goddamn much. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. There'll be more game videos coming forward. We'll have more game reviews this year. We'll be continuing the reactions. I hope to get Swan Dive started soon. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. So what do I do now? Because, the other thing I should be doing is reactions. But with chat, like, you know, 10 minutes behind, they're not going to be able to watch anything at all. So, chat, you're being held hostage by the interwebs. So what now? The other stuff that we were supposed to react to is Terror of Hemosaurus, One Piece Odyssey, and Aurora's Journey in the Pitiful Lackey. Kind of hard to do reaction. Still sitting at 94-bit rate. It's all over the place on our side.